Vanakkam and humble salutations to you. Welcome to Sadhana on S3 with me, Alisha Gayapasad. We bring you a special documentary on the trend of Hindu weddings today. Indeed, these weddings are traditionally rich in customs and rituals. While the very essence is the spiritual and emotional union of two people, it is these rituals that bring the families together in celebration. But how do couples that meet while far away from their families celebrate their big day? Sadhana was privileged to join an Indian couple that live and work abroad in the United States for their traditional marriage ceremony back home in Bangalore, South India. Do enjoy.
Hinduism is a way of life. I said Hinduism is a way of life. Now, in this way of life, rites and rituals, they are in each and every stage. In the first stage, brahmacharya and education, vidyarambham. The boy gets education, and when he enters into the marriage life, there are various types of marriage rites and rituals. Gandharva Vivaha, love marriage, boy and girl they marry, and there are Vedic Vivahas according to rites performing the Havan, etc. So there are different types of marriage rites and rituals.
Okay, remove. For thousands of years, Hindu culture and traditions have remained relatively intact, followed religiously by generations of its followers in the Hindu motherland of India.
My name is Nithya. I'm originally from Chicago. I am Shrutyaka's cousin, so I came to India for this wedding. Yeah. I think growing up in the US, my parents definitely made it a priority to have us have these cultural experiences that were both Indian and American. So in our case, I grew up learning like classical Indian music, Carnatic music, did some dance, Bharatanatyam, and like also through our Sunday school, really felt like I was able to immerse in the culture. So that's why, when it comes to these type of weddings and traditions, of course, through the family, a lot has been passed down to learn. But even so, I felt, at least with some of that background and foundation, that made it that much easier.
Traditions, and more specifically rituals, are what leads one on into the realm of the spiritual, with every action infused with an allegory of higher meaning, always leading a Hindu towards the ultimate goal of life, moksha, or oneness with the Supreme.
I've never experienced an Indian wedding in my life, so it's really beautiful to see all these colors and all this dancing and music and the food especially. It's great to experience.
With the advent of technology, the world today is truly a global stage, with the current generation of young adults not confined to the land of their ancestors anymore. With increased education opportunities come increased employment opportunities, and with these come changes that affect identity, culture, and religion too.
Me personally, I think it's great. You get in touch with your ancestors and your family, and you get a piece of what they've experienced and what the country has to offer as well.
Yes!
Rites and rituals, why should we have these rites and rituals at all? This is the importance of the rites and rituals, because ultimately the rites and rituals are to divert the mind from the worldly things to a higher spiritual thing. The marriage ritual is to point out to the man that your life is not for physical enjoyment, it is for a higher spiritual life. That marriage ritual begins with that. And Vanaprastha, when he enters into the Vanaprastha, there he is initiated into yoga sadhana, meditation, contemplation, etc. There are rites and rituals for sannyasi. Before taking to sannyasa, the final rites, the sannyasi has to perform his own shraddha. That means his own funeral. I have to perform my own funeral rite, lighting the fire. That I am dead to the world. So that is the meaning of that rite. Otherwise, why should I perform my funeral? So it is to point out to me that my physical worldly life has come to an end. I am going soaring into a higher life. So these are the purpose of rites and rituals.
Of the 4 stages of life, the marriage ceremony is one of the most important in the life of a Hindu. Moving from the life of a student in the brahmachari state to one of the householder in the grihastha ashram, the couple enter formally into worldly life, earning a living, raising a family, and contributing to society. After this period of activity will be a move into meditative practices in Vanaprastha until final removal from worldly activities into a life of surrender to the Supreme in sannyas.
I think it's about adapting it to your own, like different people have different personalities, the way they're interested in it, and then also, to your point, I think, a lot more of like millennials or Gen Z want to know, okay, I don't want to blindly accept this, I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I think it's important. I think certain things were done a certain way because of historical context that now are just different, so we have to also move with the times.
The marriage brings families together, and the wedding rituals drive this union. Through fun and games, song and gaiety, any regional differences disappear into the forging of a family.
Bharatavarsha, from Kanyakumari to the Himalayas, is a sacred land for the Hindus. Why it is a sacred land? Because great rishis and mahatmas, they have taken their birth in different parts of India. There were great rishis, Dayananda and Vivekananda in the north. The whole country is a land of great mahatmas. And each one fostered one type of worship. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he propagated the worship of the Divine Mother, Bhavadharini. Ramanuja propagated the worship of Lord Narayana. The Nayanmars in the south, they propagated the worship of Shiva. In Hinduism, we worship God in different names and forms. But Hinduism is very clear, the Vedic rishis were very clear. In the Gita also, Bhagavan very categorically says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sthataiva bhajamyaham. If you call me Rama, I am Rama. If you call me Shiva, I am Shiva. If you call me Buddha, I am Buddha. In whatever name and form one worships me, I have no name form. The ultimate reality has no name form. It is consciousness. Its symbolic representation is all these gods and goddesses that you find. They are all symbolic representations, whether it is Rama, Krishna, Buddha.
Everybody changes throughout their lives a lot. There are a lot of changes, but they always get reminded of their roots. So when I was in the US, I kept thinking, I want to come back home. I want to meet my parents. I want to spend time with them, talk to them. So we always get drawn to our roots, and we always want to go through the way our parents went, and we want to experience similar things so that we can share those memories. So it's a very, very auspicious event indeed.
ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂತಾರೆ.
देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो.
No effort is spared to bring out the best for this day, be it the clothing, the decor, or indeed the delectable cuisine.
So many cultural changes where people kind of move away from these things. So again, like coming back to my previous point, when we come back, when we experience these things, it connects us to the traditions and the thoughts that people had at the earlier like centuries and stuff. So each event has some kind of significance, and when we get to see all of these things, we understand, oh, so this is the reason why people do this, something like that. So one of the things is when during the engagement ceremony, which happened this morning, I was given a lot of things from the other family. They had made like really beautiful dolls, Radha Krishna dolls, all of it. So when it comes to us, we kind of have to, when we look at the beautiful things that they give us, we want to embed it into our life, and we also connect with them more. They are a different family, but through these traditions, we all come together and we understand each other. And that's the beauty of all of
Previously, it was 7 days wedding. Usually, we used to conduct for 7 days. Now it is reduced to 3 days. 3 days to 2 days it becomes. Morning we'll have Smatakal. It's called, we are calling all the gods. Morning to celebrate our wedding comfortably, happily, in a proper way. And after that we'll conduct engagement. It's like changing the ring, how you are changing the rings, it's like that. And we'll exchange all the fruits, all the nuts, and we distribute the sarees like that. Then evening is like a bed reception, and next day morning we have the real Mangalya Dharanam.
Parents want the best for their children. Sometimes it comes with sacrifice. The changing times also brings in the stress of keeping family together, honoring traditions, and most importantly, keeping the values of Sanatana Dharma alive. Yet, it may be the ritual that will be the key to unlock the ancient wisdom so needed for modern times.
First thing for our wedding, it's called Jeelakarra Bellam. That time is very, very important than Mangalya Dharana. With the Jaggery, we'll celebrate that. The bride and bridegroom, they will keep the Jeelakarra Bellam in that. That's very, very important. How it's merged together. The Jeelakara and Bellam. Just like the family relationship should also be like that. We cannot separate that. Just like that, it should be like that.
శ్రీరస్తు శుభమస్తు శ్రీకారం చుట్టుకుని పెళ్లి పుస్తకం ఇక ఆకారం దాచుకుని కొత్త జీవనం శ్రీకారం చుట్టుకుని శరణాగతం కృష్ణ స్వాగతం కృష్ణ శరణాగతం కృష్ణ మధురాపురి సదనా మృదువదనా మధుసూదనాయ స్వాగతం కృష్ణ శరణాగతం కృష్ణ భోగదాప్త సులభా సుపుష్పగంధ కణపా భోగదాప్త సులభా సుపుష్పగంధ కణపా కస్తూరి తిలక మహిపా మమ కాంతనంద గోపవృంద స్వాగతం కృష్ణ శరణాగతం కృష్ణ.
It's incredible to see everybody come together on one roof with the goal of seeing, oh, we want them to be happy, we want the couple to be happy and wish them a lot of happiness in their future married life and everything. So I really think of the world as one, as in like a different perspective, because it's not, for me it's not completely bound by religion, but it's just the fact that we are all human beings and we all have super important commonalities and we relate to other human beings, and it's a whole cycle.
Barhaspatya Samhita, it very categorically defines Sindhu Sindhu Paryeta Yasya Bharata Bhumika Pitrubhu Punyabhuschaiva Savai Hindu Riti Smrutaha. The definition of the word Hindu is very categorically, very clearly given in our ancient scriptures. And Barhaspatya Samhita says, those who adore and worship this land of birth as their Punya Bhumi, Karma Bhumi, Moksha Bhumi, motherland, fatherland, they are Hindus. So this definition does not speak about any religion or worship of God or rites or rituals or anything. Himalayad Arabhya Yavadindu Sarovara Paryantam Tam Devanarmitam Desam Hindustanam Pratakshati. This land is known as Hindustan. Himalayad Arabhya, right from the Himalayas up to the Indus Ocean. Himalayad Arabhya Yad Indu Sarovaram. Indu Sarovaram means Indian Ocean. Tam Devanarmitam Desam, the land created by God. That's what the Vedas proclaim. So that is a sacred land, and those who adore and worship this land, they are all Hindus.
ఏవేవో చెప్పాలనిపిస్తోంది, తొలిసారి నా మనసే విప్పాలనిపిస్తోంది. ఏవేవో చెప్పాలనిపిస్తోంది, నిదురించే నీ కలలో రావాలనిపిస్తోంది. మేరా దిల్ మేరా దిల్ మేరా దిల్.
Okay, all of you see this. Okay, audience be quiet.
See it once and then we'll do.
मेरा दिल